Hey folks, glad you came back. Today I'm going to do, I know I didn't do any videos last week, but today I'm going to do a video of a new gun that just came out. I'd say it's probably been out a month, maybe 2 months, and I picked up on it about a month ago. Hadn't heard a lot of fanfare on it. There wasn't a lot of a noise going around about it, but I got to looking at it and I thought, you know what, that is a pretty slick gun for what you're getting. And the gun is the Colt Limited Edition 70 series. Let's talk about this gun and find out what features are on it and whether I think it's a good value. All right, let's talk about this pistol. What is it? What is this Colt 70 series limited edition pistol all about? Well, one, it's not your old GI government model. It comes with some upgrades. One, it comes with a beaver tail. The beaver tail that Colt uses, I believe, is the old Smith & Alexander beaver tail. They've been using it forever. This one does come with a Commander ring hammer. I like that. It comes with a Novak rear sight. It's the wide notch rear sight and it's blacked out. I like that. It also comes with a brass bead front sight. I like that. Very classic, very classic. Novak sights are classic, but the modern touch is to have it blacked out. The gold bead or brass bead front sight is very classic, but it gives you something that pops out to your eye as a quick sight acquisition point. This gun also comes with this thumb safety on it. It is the 1911 GI style, older GI style thumb safety. I actually like it, but in this setup, I put an EGW thumb safety on there. Also put a set of VZ grips on there. But this gun is pretty freaking slick. If you'll notice, the front strap is 30 lines per inch checkering. That is a rarity on a Colt. Let me tell you what, there's very few Colts that come out of the factory, unless it's a custom shop gun, that come out with a checkered front strap. This is a nice touch that I wish they would put on every single one of their guns coming out of the factory. And maybe since they've done this one, they will. It also comes with a high cut under the trigger guard. This is a little different from the other Colts. Other Colts, you could tell they didn't really put much time or thought into it. They just put an end mill up in there and cut it out. This one has actually been rounded around the sides. So they put a little extra work there, and it's an extremely high cut underneath the trigger guard. So you can see that it's a real nice high cut. Let's get this camera up close and take a look at it so we can see the fine details of it. All right, this is the Colt 70 series here. It's their limited edition. You can see it has the Colt roll marks on the side here. I like those. Pretty cool. I will say I wish they had roll marked the limited edition. It's laser etched, but doesn't really matter. It comes with the National Match barrel. It has been blued, so the whole gun has a blackout appearance to it, and I really like that. Again, let's look at that front strap checkering. If you can see, the checkering, of course, is machine checkered, but it is very nice border at the top and at the bottom. Let's look at the mag well. It has a beveled mag well to it. It actually has a metal mainspring housing, not an aluminum one, beaver tail grip safety, a Commander style hammer. I have put the EGW thumb safety on it and the slim grips. It comes with regular wood Colt grips, but it does come with the short trigger, the blacked out rear sight with the brass bead front sight. I'm going to tell you, this is a pretty slick setup. I really like it. I don't know what else they could have done to bring a gun to market that had all the modern features that you would want and at a fairly reasonable price. Let's talk about that price. I said this gun comes to market at a fairly reasonable price. If you look around, you can find this gun for about $1,200. Now, if you go on Gun Broker, you're going to see them ranging anywhere from $1,200 to $1,400. I don't believe this is a $1,400 gun, but for $1,200, I mean, you got your gold bead front sight, your blacked out rear sight with that nice wide notch, your ring hammer, which I'm a sucker for a ring hammer. I like them. I don't really think it goes on a government model. It goes better on a commander model, but it does look good on a government model. It already, a pro for me and not for most people, comes with a short trigger. I like a short trigger, so I didn't have to put a trigger in this thing. And a big thing coming from the Colt factory with the 30 lines per inch checkering. It's got a lowered ejection port. It's not flared. It doesn't have to be. It does have an extended ejector in it, so you got that little front cut at the front so you can unload a 45 ACP round. If you don't have that cut at the front and you have an extended ejector in there, it makes it hard to get that round out of the chamber. I like the high cut front strap. They've done a lot with this gun for the money. Let's see what it compares against. There's nothing really in the Springfield lineup right now that I think this would compare against. Yeah, you've got the Garrison, but the Garrison, in my opinion, is a notch lower. It doesn't have a checkered front strap. It doesn't have the good sights on it. It's just, in my opinion, a notch lower. It also doesn't have the high cut front strap under the trigger guard. You could compare it to a Kimber TLE. Any of y'all remember the old Kimber TLEs? You could compare it to that. But the thing with the Kimber TLEs and all Kimbers, it's just chocked full of metal injection molded parts, where this hammer is tooled steel, this slide stop is tooled steel, and I promise you, I looked at the sear in this one. It's much better than the last Colt I bought. It's an injection molded sear, but it's a high quality injection molded sear, which is a big difference. So I guess you could kind of compare it to the Kimber TLE, but it's a step above the Garrison. I would compare this one to the Springfield TRP, the standard TRP, because it has basically all the same features. It has a good trigger, good hammer, good beaver tail, the checkered front strap, the upswept or the high cut under the trigger guard, has good sights. I would compare this one more online with the Springfield TRP. That's my opinion. I know they don't make the TRP anymore, but that's the one I would compare this to. The only thing different with this one is it's all blued, where the TRP uses a Cerakote type finish. Now, I haven't shot this gun yet. I just picked it up on Friday. So I haven't shot this gun yet. I am going to take it out and shoot it this week, and I'm going to give you a full range review of it. But the slide to frame fit on this one is pretty snug. Side to side, there's a hint. Up and down, I have 0. The barrel fit, pretty good. Pretty good. There's a little bit of movement in the barrel, which I would rather there not be any movement in the barrel, but it's a minuscule amount. I mean, you can barely feel it. So it's got good slide to frame fit. Colt barrels have always been good barrels, believe it or not. It's got a lot of extras and enhancements on it. And I think at $1,200, if you can find one for $1,200, I think it's a reasonable deal. Now, you get up in the $1,400 range, I think you're overpaying for it. But at $1,200, I think this is a pretty good deal. And the fact that they're only going to make 5,000 of them, because that's all they're making is 5,000 of these, The fact that they're only making 5,000 of them, but whether you like it or whether you don't like it, you'll be able to make some money on it someday, because all the limited edition Colts, no matter what they are, will bring money later on down the road. That's just part of buying a Colt. You always know you're never going to lose money on a Colt. So tune back in when I do the range review. I'm going to try to put that out next week. It might not be till the week after. I've got several new guns several guns that I've sold, and I've replaced them with new guns. Going to try to do some range reviews and initial thoughts on them. But hopefully next week, at the latest the week after, I'll give you a range review on this gun right here. I appreciate y'all stopping in and watching, and I hope y'all have a good one.